This podcast is designed to inspire and propel you to a newfound level of empowerment and clarity. Through cultivating the art of thinking, you'll learn how to detangle your thought knots and train your brain to break through obstacles. You'll learn to focus on what matters most and make effective choices to become a remarkable you. Hello everyone, my name is Pamela Pitcher and welcome to my podcast. As a master of neurolinguistic programming, a motivational coach, and a hypnotherapist, I'll be sharing tips, tools, and techniques to help you awaken to the best you. Today's podcast is about strategy. Strategic thinking will help you make effective decisions. Strategy is defined as a method to bring about a desired future. A plan of action designed to achieve an aim, a careful plan or a method to achieve a goal, either short-term or long-term, a master plan, a grand design, a game plan. Interestingly, only 7% of the population think strategically, decide on how they're going to get from A to B. In other words, 93% of individuals go about their lives as life happens to them with no game plan or plan of action. Without a design, how does one achieve what's important to them? Can you imagine trying to build a house without an architectural plan, or traveling to a new country without a map or access to online maps? Choosing not to make a choice is also a decision with consequences. Some people are content to let life happen to them. From my perspective, I believe that we can create the life we want with a little help from strategy. So today we are addressing the art of planning. It begins by embracing the decision-making process, starting with a well-defined goal. Sometimes how we see the problem is the problem. We may be so stuck in our perspective that we can't see the forest for the trees. In these times, I encourage you to seek wise counsel to provide you with added perspective to help you chart your course. And resolve that your goal may not be perfect, but from my point of view, there's no such thing as perfection. As I've said before, perfection is a concept designed to make us feel bad about ourselves. We're constantly in a state of becoming, learning along the way. There are 5 steps to making a responsible choice to be a person that others can count on. The first one is to identify your choices. The second is looking at what's best for you now. The third is considering how your choice will affect others. Step into their shoes and consider how your decision will affect their lives, especially if you love them a whole bunch. And consider your future and the best possible benefits, the best outcome. And then make a choice and go for it. As Yogi Berra, the American professional all-star baseball catcher, said, "If you don't know where you're going, you'll end up somewhere else." Now, decision-making is an emotional event. Emotions tend to bog us down and cloud our ability to make good decisions. Medical science has shown that we make decisions emotionally, not rationally. Therefore, controlling our emotions and changing how we think is a big contributor to making better decisions. To do this, we need to work on our emotional state. If you sometimes struggle with your emotions, try these ideas. When confronted with a decision, create a visual image of a blank slate. Your blank slate should be free of clutter or old thoughts and assumptions. Keep other thoughts and feelings at bay so they don't interfere with this image. The blank slate represents your true starting point for making a proper and quality decision. Also pay attention to your body's physical cues. Lower your voice, calm down, and focus on not making any sudden moves. Stay in control to better control your ability to make a rational decision. Avoid highs and lows when confronted with a decision. Consider what will be beneficial and what could be problematic. And if you can, meditate to clear your mind before decision making. And practice, just like refining a golf or tennis swing, a yoga posture, or sailing, or the more you do anything, the better you'll become at doing it when you practice. Create a vision Your decision is also formed on your vision. What are you painting that slate with? When you see something clearly and personally, your opportunity to make a better decision is improved. Consider wearing seatbelts in your car. Many studies have proven without a doubt that wearing a seatbelt can dramatically improve your chances of surviving a car accident. So why do some people ignore this? The answers may be that they have not visualized the outcome of that decision. If someone refuses to wear a seatbelt, ask them to think about what would happen if they were traveling down the highway at 90 kilometers per hour and hit a tree. Ask them to visualize what this would look like. Perhaps a different decision would be made. When deciding, control your needs and your neediness. When you're needy, you are in greater danger of making a bad decision, and others can sense this and may take advantage of you. Instead, replace your neediness with confidence. If you're not feeling particularly confident at the time, step back and ask what a confident person would do in this situation. Then act as if you are that confident person. If you ask others for advice, ensure you ask someone that you trust implicitly who is benefiting from good decision making that they've made in the past. Choose a positive role model. Good decisions result from good choices. And while you can't control the choices others make, you are in full control of your choices and decisions. Use this knowledge as a source of empowerment and freedom. Better decisions do indeed lead to greater happiness and success. When you find yourself at a fork in the road, when you're facing a major decision such as a job change, a home move, an investment of your time and money, list your values. Consider how your decisions fit or don't fit with your values. And if they don't fit, then don't do it. Do you find attaining a work-life balance challenging? Perhaps you just don't have enough time in the day. When someone asks you for investment of your time or money, such as volunteering at church or having dinner at your in-laws or agreeing to oversee your friend's children, ask yourself, what is my intention behind this activity? Perhaps you have a disease to please and think if you don't do something that is being asked of you, the asker will think badly of you. Do you say yes because you want to do it? Or are you saying yes because you care what people think about you? And the reality is that it would be an imposition and cause you anxiety. If it's something you value, then say yes. If not, say no and value yourself and your time. Passion for a goal can be choked out quickly when we become overwhelmed. Responsibilities to family, work, and activities shouldn't suffer when we want to improve ourselves. If you begin to feel that they are, you may become frustrated, resentful, and feel overwhelmed by tasks that once seemed effortless. To stay out of overwhelm, keep your goal list to a minimum. This doesn't mean the goal should be simple or small. Focus only on the most important 1 or 2 goals at a time. It's easier to add one at a time than to make a long list and end up ignoring them all because you became overwhelmed at the challenge ahead. Manage your time more strategically. Some time will be required to meet these new goals. Decide when and where you can carve out some extra time, and then communicate your plans with your partner and children or other important family members around you. The more your household understands your actions, the less overwhelmed you will be. Focus on remaining balanced and grounded to important and challenging tasks. Our world is extremely busy, and social media has made it even more so if you are a follower. Balance can be difficult to achieve as we tend to take on more responsibilities and make them more complicated than they need be. Concentrate on what you're doing when you do it. Concentrate on what you're doing when you're doing it. Use the time free of distraction. You'll get more done in a shorter amount of time. I'm an avid believer of Stephen Covey's, the author of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, approach to a to-do list. Do it, diarize it, delegate it, or ditch it. This method has saved me from grief and overwhelm time and again over the years, and it can for you too. Your life is a result of the choices you make. If you don't like your life, it's time to start making better choices. And I'm living proof of that. I'll leave you with 3 life-changing words. Think, plan, act. Please remember to subscribe and share across social media. I'd really appreciate that. And I'd also love to see your thoughts. So please send your feedback my way so I know how to help you the most. Thank you again. Ciao for now.